Published time, the 9th of September 2018, 6:36. The U.S. Open Women's Final was marred by shocking scenes as Serena Williams clashed with the match umpire, branding him a thief and liar, as the American suffered defeat against Japan's Naomi Osaka. Osaka, 20, became Japan's first-ever Grand Slam singles winner, beating Williams 6-2, 6-4 at Flushing Meadows, although much of the attention was focused on an extraordinary clash between Williams and umpire Carlos Ramos. The Portuguese official handed Williams code violations for receiving coaching from the stands and smashing her racket, sparking anger from the U.S. star, which culminated in a scathing attack on Ramos at the changeover while 4-3 down in the second set. "You are a liar. You will never be on a court of mine as long as you live. When are you going to give me my apology? Say you are sorry," Williams, 36, shouted at Ramos. The crowd also vented their fury at the umpire's chair as the scenes at Arthur Ashe Stadium quickly became toxic. The outburst led Ramos to dock Williams the next game, and Osaka went on to wrap up victory to seal her maiden Grand Slam title. Although Williams was gracious in defeat during the presentation ceremony, Osaka appeared visibly upset over the incident, pulling her visor over her face to cover her tears. After the match, Williams continued her extraordinary attack on Ramos, branding him sexist. "I've seen other men call other umpires several things. I'm here fighting for women's rights and for women's equality and for all kinds of stuff," Williams said at the post-match press conference. "For me to say thief and for him to take a game, it made me feel like it was a sexist remark. He's never taken a game from a man because they said thief. For me, it blows my mind, but I'm going to continue to fight for women." Read more. Ex-Iran president tweets support for Serena Williams over French Open. Catsuit band. 23-time Grand Slam champion's ire was initially sparked when Ramos issued her a code violation for receiving coaching from Patrick Mouratoglou in the stands. Williams lashed out, saying, "You owe me an apology. I have never cheated in my life. I have a daughter and I stand for what's right for her. I don't cheat to win. I'd rather lose," Williams added. Her coach, Frenchman Mouratoglou, later told ESPN that, "I was coaching, but I don't think she looked at me," adding, Osaka's coach Sasha Bogdan was coaching as well. "Everybody does it." Williams was then docked a point for smashing her racket at 3-2 down in the second set as she continued to unravel, prompting her to exclaim, "This has happened to me before," in reference to previous incidents at the U.S. Open, including her 2009 semi-final defeat to Kim Clijsters. She refused to shake hands with Ramos after the game, and the umpire was absent from the presentation ceremony in an apparent bid to quell the angry crowd. After the match, Williams won support online from prominent figures in the sport, with many feeling that there are inconsistencies between how umpires approach coaching from the stands, in particular when issuing violations to male and female players. Two-time Grand Slam champion Victoria Azarenka tweeted her support, while tennis legend Billie Jean King also weighed in. "If it was men's match, this wouldn't happen like this. It just wouldn't." Victoria Azarenka, at Vika 7, September 8, 2018, 1/2. Several things went very wrong during the US Open Women's Finals today. Coaching on every point should be allowed in tennis. It isn't, and as a result, a player was penalized for the actions of her coach. This should not happen. Billie Jean King, at Billie Jean King, September 9, 2018, 2/2. When a woman is emotional, she's hysterical, and she's penalized for it. When a man does the same, he's outspoken. More voices are needed to do the same. Billie Jean King, at Billie Jean King, September 9, 2018. Others showed disappointment that Osaka's achievement had been overshadowed by the row. A new star is born in the women's game. What a performance from Naomi. Osaka _ She stood toe-to-toe with Serena Williams. All the headlines unfortunately will be about the point-game penalty. Serena Williams smashes her racket, points aggressively. Her coach later admits on ESPN he was coaching from the side. Naomi Osaka, on the other hand, was all class. This will be hefty too. Not sure how any unbiased observer who knows the rules and history of tennis can look at what happened and defend Serena. Andrew Castle, at Andrew Castle 63, September 8, 2018. Okay, so let's say the umpire decides to rescind his coach violation against Serena Williams. Serena never goes on her tirade, stays composed and wins the match in 3 sets. Osaka would be filthy at the special treatment Williams received. That prompted an apology from organizers and a clarification over the rules. Read more. Players were talking about making a revolution if I got fined. Cornet on US Open sexism row. Williams was also caught up in another sexism row just before the tournament, when French Open bosses announced they would ban the catsuit she wore at Roland Garros earlier this year. Read more. You have to respect the game. French Open bosses banned Serena Williams' skin-tight catsuit on that occasion. Williams had dismissed the decision as no big deal.